Good morning, students. Now, our today's history class is going to be start, and our today's topic I am telling you the economy and society in Vedic civilization. Repeating itself again, economy and society in Vedic civilization. This is our today's topic. I'll tell you, please, you will open your book number 53 in your textbooks. Before starting our today's topic, I would like to tell you that this is a vast chapter. This is a very vast chapter, and I will take a text after completing this chapter. So we shall have to complete first this chapter, and then we will get preparation for the text or test examination. Okay. Now, as I have announced that our today's topic is economy and society in Vedic civilization. This is our main topic. Firstly, I would like to tell you that for our facility, or we will divide this topic into two parts. One is early Vedic age and another is later Vedic age. Actual to different characters, there are some different characters. If we compare with the two ages or two different ages, that is, first is early Vedic age and second is later Vedic age. All of our historical evidence from where we have collected the information of this chapter is based on Ved, that is Vedic literature. According to Vedic literature, here we will find that there are some special characteristics that have differentiated between two periods or two time periods. In this topic, economy and society in Vedic civilization, there are some special characters, just like in early Vedic period, in fact of agricultural production or agricultural field or economy. Actually, early Vedic age, the main economic sources was the pastoral animals. In our Vedic literature, they have emphasized the animal husbandry of this period. One who had a huge number of cattle, they were known as rich or prosperous persons in that society. Agricultural activity was not so important in their period. So, though in later Vedic age, the people of the Vedic civilization have been given the importance of agricultural activities. Then, what does it mean? That the agricultural activities were increased in our later Vedic age. But in the early Vedic age, the main crops were barley. Main crops were barley in our early Vedic age. But later Vedic age, they cultivated paddy and wheat as their agricultural crops besides barley. So, agricultural characteristic has been changed from early Vedic period to later Vedic period. And then there are some limited handicrafts. The uses of handicrafts were unknown. Only some limited handicrafts are used at that period, and they collected wools from sheep. Okay, and in our later Vedic age, handicrafts production has been increased gradually. And the copper, the metal, in case of metal, uses of metal, the uses of copper was implemented of agricultural activities. Though there are some very small quantity of agricultural activities in that period, but if we focus ourselves in our later Vedic age, the copper plough was used for cultivation, and the iron, the metal, the new iron, new metal which was invented and started to use the iron. The iron were used to cut down the trees and for increasing the agricultural field. And then they used some agricultural golden ornaments. But in later Vedic age, craftsmanship had made with the use of iron and copper. Then there is a clear difference in between two periods. In our early Vedic age, they used for gold for ornaments, but in our later Vedic age, they used the metals iron and copper. And then, actually, in our Vedic literature, they have not mentioned the uses of iron in that period. But in the later Vedic age, they have habituated to use iron in our later Vedic age. But in our currency, for continue their trade and commerce, in our Vedic literature, there is no mention about the currency. But in some aspect, we have find that some currencies, the Niska and Shatamans, were known as their currency. And but the overseas trade and commerce was unknown in the early Vedic age, and the overseas commerce and trade was introduced in our later Vedic age. This is the main characters of different periods of Vedic period, and after this I will discuss you some another characteristic in our Vedic society and economy. Okay. In my second video, and we are reading or discussing the economy and society in Vedic civilization. Already in my first part of my today's lesson, I have discussed some different characteristics of the Vedic periods. The Vedic period classified by early Vedic age and later Vedic age. Some characteristics of those two periods I have discussed already. And now another part of this topic that I am going to explain in front of you, that is the family. What is family? In our Vedic civilization, the family was the smallest unit of the society. Once again, the family is the smallest unit of the society, and the eldest member of the family was the head of that family. That is or Pradhan, the head of the family or Pradhan. And everybody of the particular family respect and obey the order of the head of the family. It was a very simple customs which were in our Vedic civilization. But women were not so empowered in the Vedic period. Now, another thing what I am going to explain, the Varnashram Chaturvarna Protha. Varnashram or Chaturvarna Protha. What is this? To discuss these terms, the Varnashram or Chaturvarna Protha, we will find in particular after later Vedic age, the society was divided into four parts. I mean, the people of the Vedic period was divided into four parts, for different community, that was Brahmana, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas and Shudra. Then who were the Brahmana? Who were the Kshatriyas and Vaishyas and Shudras? According to the activities, according to the nature of activities, these four types of caste system are introduced in our Vedic period. Though in our early Vedic period, this caste system was not so active, but later Vedic period, the caste system was very strong. Then, to describe this Varnashram or Chaturvarna Protha, we will know the words or terms Varna. What is Varna? In our Vedic literature, here has given description of the Varna is a caste system. Caste system. Though caste system was introduced in later Vedic age. Then, who are the Brahmins? What was there, or what were their activities? What type of acts they have done? Actually, the main profession of the Brahmins were worship in the society and some ritual activities. By ritual activities, they are performed. And then, Kshatriya. Who are the Kshatriya? Actually, Kshatriyas were engaged for war. They fight against opponents and looting the treasurer of the governor or the society. And then Vaishyas. Actual, the Vaishyas were the Vaishyas people engaged themselves for trade and commerce. Trade and commerce. Though in early Vedic age, the trade and commerce was not so important, but later Vedic age, the trade and commerce were the main activities for their economic aspect. And the Shudras. The Shudras were the lower caste or fourth type of caste of this Varnashram Protha or Chaturvarna Protha. What was the activity of Shudras? Actually, in later Vedic age, the Shudras were engaged to serve the above three caste, and they were very lower level in this society, and the latter by the case, this caste system was so strong. This is all of our today's topic. Now, this is all of our today's topic that I have told you, and everybody will see the video carefully.